Hello everybody. It is 1:30 on Wednesday and I'm here at the UAB Women and Infant Center, and pardon my hair, but it's just not gonna do anything. I got the clips in, but the top of it, I got like this rooster tail that sticks up in the back. It'll get, now we're inside. But anyway, oh my goodness, hold on.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Got me my first sugar-free vanilla latte. Never had that before. And I'm on my way to see the oncologist. I've been to the other clinic I have to go to, and they did a blood test, but not the blood test that I need. All right, sorry we had a whole thing full of people here on the elevator, and yeah, so I'm going in and getting my blood test. I won't find out today, but I will find out about my CT scan that I had. So yeah, I'll try to record that, but for now, prayers. We're going down from 50 to 35. I know I am. I've got to. And then I'll be considered normal. But you know me, I'll never be normal. But at least my cancer numbers will be. All right. See you guys in a bit. I am officially checked in at the O'Neill Comprehensive Cancer Center. And you can look outside.
Your loved ones. It's not as
Those are apartments. They're changing all of these old bank buildings and stuff into apartments. But yeah, we'll get into that in a second. Hello. I just had to turn the camera around. These apartments that they're renting, when they first started, I was working at Regions Bank, and I didn't have a kid yet, and I was looking at them because I could walk to work. No. They want like $2,000 a month in rent for a studio. That means a kitchen and a bathroom.
Family members of Miss Anita Booker.
And a Murphy bed. You don't even have a real bedroom. Your bed just comes out of the wall. But these young folks who are straight out of college, making crap tons of money, they can do that. Not me. And plus, I wouldn't want to live down here anyway. I mean, it's way safe. We're getting ready for the Olympics to come this year. I think it comes here this year. Don't hold me to that. But I'm about to put up some pictures of some soaps that I made And it's saying, look at that gray hair. Look at that. Look at that gray hair. Do you see that right there? I can't even get my hand on it. Oh my God. That is very gray. Of course, everything in here is backwards. Look at that. Anyway, I'll pluck that in a minute. I don't have very many, but when they do, they're white as snow. But anyway, yeah. So I'm just sitting here waiting to see the doctor to call back. And let's pray I lost some weight. Either it regenerated itself, moved around, or I lost weight because these cutoffs with the slits in them and everything that I'm wearing. Never mind, you can see it. There you go. They wouldn't even go over my hips last month. And now they are fitting just fine. So I've had contrast, I've had a CT scan, and now I'm here to get my oncologist visit. They're worried about my mental health, so they're sending me to the it's Whitaker supportive care. It just gives me free psychiatric care. They're going to go over my medications because I believe that some of my medications can be decreased because with me not being married anymore, I don't have the same need as I did when I was married. I know of 2 that can be completely removed and 1 that can be lessened. So, yeah. I'll be so proud of myself. And I'll make sure my ex-husband knows that he was the reason I was on that medicine. So, anyway, God bless you guys, and I'll hopefully see you in the back. Deuces. All right, I'm back in the room. I lost 10 pounds since last month. I was so excited. I knew these shorts didn't fit me last month when I came for my visit, and I cried halfway here. But it's me asking myself if I'm hungry, or do I just want to eat, or am I bored? And I don't know what caused me to start doing that, but praise the Lord, 10 pounds down. I still have another 15 pounds till I get down to where I was during chemo. But then I still got to keep going because I need to weigh 180 pounds. But if you look at the BMI calculator, it says that I'm supposed to be 160 pounds. But when I was 180 pounds, you could count every single, this was high school, like you could count my ribs. When you could see some of them while I was standing up, but if I laid down, you could count my ribs. And my ex-husband saw pictures and he was like, you looked emaciated. But the bad thing about in there kind of concerned me because my blood pressure was so low. Even on my second coffee of the day, my heart rate was 88. That may be a little high, but I have tachycardia, and that's a abnormally fast heartbeat. I've had it ever since I was born. And I take a pill called metoprolol for that twice a day. And it used to be in like the 120s. And it was like 88. So that was good. My blood pressure was 94/65, which is really low, but better than high. But like she said, my body is still recovering from chemo and cancer, and there'll be things that I will never be normal with again. And that's fine, because you know why? My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. This was his will for me. I felt like it was a punishment, but it changed everything about me. It changed the music I listen to. I'm still a horror movie buff, and I love movies about haunted stuff and exorcisms, and I love graveyards. When I go to my grandparents' graveyard, I just walk. I love graveyards because they have across the street is full, and they have like those giant mausoleums and stuff. I'll have to record and put it in a vlog and show you guys. They're from the early 1800s. How did they afford that? How did they make that back then? I don't know. I was upset because it's May. She died in November, and my uncle, who's in charge of everything, has still not what do you call it? He hasn't had her date of death or her picture put on it yet. But what really made me mad is, number one, I live an hour and 15 minutes from there, if not more, if there's any traffic. And I have to drive the most dangerous highway in the state of Alabama. It's just Highway 280. If you live around here, make sure you thumbs up, say Highway 280 sucks. And then do the middle finger emoji. But my grandmother, my other grandmother, my stepdad, he has they finally got him one of the ones that are like the size of like 11 by 13, and it just sits on the ground. You just move it around. But it was cute because it had his stuff on there, and then he was big into fishing and hunting, but it had a man on it like fly fishing, and that was my stepdad, or my daddy, because he was the only one I had. The other one didn't want me, and he knew I had cancer, and he still had never contacted me. He was just a sperm donor. He wasn't worth the air I spent trying to have a relationship with him. And do you know that there were still Christmas flowers? I have a sister and an uncle that are minutes away, like streets over, and nobody had put spring flowers and there was like poinsettia in those, those black plastic things you stick in the ground, and it has the floral foam in the bottom. So it looks like I'll have to do that myself. But I'm not going to have my grandmother disrespected by having Christmas flowers in it was almost June. It was just last week. And I'll be going to help my mom this week. The money that I've made off of YouTube, I'm going to work with her. She only has a twin size bed, and I'm going to look on Facebook Marketplace and have her husband, he may be her husband for long, her boyfriend, use his truck and come and get it and give her at least a full size bed. A queen size or a king, there's no way. And get her, just throw out her, she has one of those foam toppers that are like that thick, because the mattress is like 50 years old. So I told her it's time to get a new bed, and it's time to dispose of that mattress. She thought she had a full-size bed, and I had already purple's her favorite color, and I went ahead and bought her a full-size purple and white floral kind of stuff, and it was in the corner, and I was like, that's it. That's why I've never seen it on the bed, because it's full size. And I said, Mom, I could have got it in a twin size. And she was like, well, it almost touches the floor on each side, so that way I don't fight it at night. And I'm like, okay. And she's one of those people who don't use a top sheet. Am I the only one that does not use a top sheet? We're going to talk about this in a live. Down in the comments, if you don't use a top sheet and you just use the bottom sheet, the fitted sheet, and a comforter, what is the benefit of that? You need to get some good sheets. Best sheets in the world. Go to Amazon. Go to Danjour Linens, which is DANJOUR. And for $30, you can get a king set of microfiber. But they feel like you've got just, it's not like satin, but it's like the softest material. And it is the best stuff ever. And of course they get cheaper as you go down in size. But sometimes you get them, when they mark them down to $19.99, I've got to get a new white set. But yeah, anyway, just use the correct sheets. I mean, I don't wash my comforter but every other week. But I couldn't imagine washing my comforter every week, because I sleep under it. You just wear it out. I don't know. I don't know why I feel that that's gross. I don't know. But she literally has 2 sheets to fit her bed. I'm not buying anything twin. And I've got to work on getting my cousin a microwave. She doesn't know how to cook. She doesn't know how to clean. And when I go down that way to go to the graveyard, I'll take her with me. I made homemade stuff to go on each grave. And I didn't get a picture of it, and I should have. But anyway, they're going to have some, like, my grandfather is going to have sunflowers, because his favorite color was yellow. Any kind of yellow flowers. And I will tell you, Temu, I'm really not affiliated with them anymore. But go through my thing, because I might get like $1 or $2 off of what you order. Their florals are UV resistant, which means that they're meant to go in or outside. And I've noticed that they are very good quality. So that's what I'm going to order to take everybody to fill up their flower things. And I'm going to put some grass seed. Hopefully it's dry. And I'm going to put some grass seed on my grandmother's grave. And just take like a garden rake, not a leaf rake. And like just stir everything up. And then put the seed down. And then stir it up some more and pack it down. And hopefully it'll prompt some growth on top of her grave. My great-grandmother, she has a grave marker, but there's nothing on it. I don't know how much that costs. I don't know her birthday or her date of death either. I don't even remember. It was my stepdad's mom. Rosa Anderson is all I can remember. I don't know the middle name. But my mom knows all that stuff. But anyway. Doctor should be in soon. I'm going to pump me some caffeine. And everybody pray that my scans look good. See you in a little bit. Well, folks, I am leaving the O'Neill Cancer Center, the Women and Infant Center, and I am still cancer-free. My scans are perfect. Nothing else showed up. Now, the sarcoidosis still has the bottom lobe of my bottom lobe of my left lung. That's why I get a little winded when I walk. And I've got to go to the sarcoid clinic, is what they call it, at some point. It takes a long time. People come from states because there's only, I think they said, hold on, I'm getting in the car. I think they said that there was only so many sarcoid clinics in the country. And this is the only one in Alabama. In the United States. Like, areas, states on this side of the country. It's very rare, and that's why. So yeah. And I don't know whether I said it or not, but I lost 10 pounds. My theory is correct. I ate because I was bored, or because I was just thinking I was hungry. And I started paying attention to my body, and I'd be like, my stomach ain't growled at all. Why am I standing at the refrigerator? And I'd be like, I just want to eat. I just wanted to eat. So I got another 10 pounds to get back to where I was during chemo. And then more than that before I qualify for a tummy tuck. And scar revision. It's mostly, number one, there was photos. They're out there on my page. And it shows how they cut me straight down my body. And I lost the weight. And it's like I had what they call an apron on, like, it's split in the middle because of the surgery. The muscles aren't together right. And it took a lot to put those pictures up. But that's part of cancer, and that's why I did it. And yeah, oh yeah, and here is my gift from my sweet friend on here. Look at that. Look at those. Look how cute. It looks like a chandelier. It's got all the things, what do you call it? Little gems. And my little ball up there. It's so neat. And this is not even like stretchy. This is like a necklace. Because you have to like unclip it like a necklace. This thing is just too much for me to handle. It is too cute. So yeah, I love that. That was one of my birthday presents that I got off of my Amazon wish list. And I had a very good birthday because that was the only presents that I got from anybody. My mom, my child, nobody got nothing for me. And it's fine. It's fine. I'm used to being left out and done wrong. I mean, I didn't even get anything for Mother's Day. But my birthday present was her telling me that I did not have cancer. But I don't know about my numbers until probably tomorrow or Friday. And if I don't I don't know what that was. If I don't record that day, I'll put it in the community tab, or I'll make a short, make something cute. Once I quit crying. But everybody pray. We're shooting for 35. We were 50 last month. 35. Everybody pray for April to get 35 on her cancer numbers. Because guess what that means? That is normal. That is the same for somebody that doesn't have cancer. That means I am just blessed, doing so wonderful, so good. And I can't even believe it. You know, last month was 50 and I was like, oh, so close. But it's 15 points. 15 points. But I am going to, I fell asleep last night without eating a snack. Oh God, look at me, I'm old. The more weight I lose, I knew I lost weight. The more weight I lose, this is what you call the Burton jaws. Burton, my grandmother, Burton. That's not Irish at all. It's actually Scottish. Anyway, this and this, we all got it. I bought them straps that have the stuff on them, and they're like disposable and stuff. They don't do nothing. Only plastic surgery can fix it. And then I'll be like this. I will look like this all the time. But look, I ain't gonna have to have no brow lift. Look how far the arch of my brow comes up. Like, let me go like mad down. But you can see it goes whoop. The only thing that I would like done is the eyelid surgery, where, because if you see, I have hooded eyes, and they say it's like nothing, and they just take in the crease where you naturally have a line, and they just cut a piece out so big and then stitch it back. And instead of looking like this, my eyes will look like this. Or like they'll still slant, but they'll be like when I open my eyes, you'll be able to see my makeup. See the difference in the two, like if I were to have it done. When I have makeup on, you'll be able to see it. But at this point, all that stuff is if I marry me a rich man. But I'm gonna tell you one thing right now, rich man or not, I will. Oh Jesus, Jeeps are expensive, April. Let's not hit one. I need a truck. That's what I need. I need a truck. If I could find a truck that was nice, that I could evenly trade, but $15,000 is not going to buy a nice truck. I mean, it may. Hold on for 1 second. I have to pay. We always have to pay to get out. I don't know why. We're cancer patients. We shouldn't have to do that. But they do stamp it, and I think it still costs me $5 to get out of here. It costs me $5 to get out of over there. You go broke whenever you're trying to leave this place. I don't know how long it'll be before I don't have to go. What does it say? It's in Spanish. Okay. $5. Yes. Alright. I still forget that it takes a second to run the chip, the touch screen, and it looks like it's about to like rain. But I'm going to this store called Ollie's because they have a bunch of car wash stuff on sale. And if you know, yep, I said it's gonna rain, and now I'm getting drops. See, I'm pretty smart. But I'm trying to tilt my phone up. But anyway, I'm actually probably just gonna get something to eat because I didn't eat yesterday. I didn't eat but some rolled gold chocolate covered pretzels, and like 3 mandarin oranges, you know, like that big. And then I fell asleep, and I just pay attention. Like right now, I'm hungry, even after having this. I tried this is a cafe latte, where it's just like coffee and milk. And I'm like, ooh, She was like, no, you choose a flavor to put in it. And I'm like, what do you have that's sugar-free? Vanilla. I'm sorry, the road's a little rough right here. And I was like, really all you have is vanilla? Which really is what I wanted. But, alright. I've got to turn up here because I didn't think about it, but, what happened? This is just bouncy. Okay, let's see. You wouldn't want to be in my car right now. You know what coffee does to you. But I probably won't have a live tonight because I've done this. And if I do go to Ollie's, I don't know if you guys have an Ollie's, but I have a sale ad that shows you what it Ollie's good stuff, cheap. That's their commercial. And they have the most beautiful, they have the farmhouse stuff, their rugs, their carpet. They have like rolls of linoleum. Like if you, like, see, I'm sick of my kitchen, but this is not my kitchen. But they would probably love it if I put new linoleum down in their kitchen. And I know how to put linoleum down. But I ain't doing it because it ain't my house. You know, if I get the land from my grandparents' place, since they're both deceased now. My uncle lives there, but there's tons of other land. And oh yeah, and I got a call that the power's off at my house. Oh, the fun. And it better, I'm going to plug my phone up because I want to make sure I got my phone plugged up before I get home. But I want to just go and, I hate red lights when it's either you've got to wait on all the other stuff to go, and then you're just sitting here for like 3 or 4 red lights. It's green, but I can't turn because people keep coming. And here comes an ambulance. Or, oh, that's the fire department. I don't know what that is for. That's Hoover, where I used to live. Oh no, they got an ambulance. It is an ambulance. Somebody's being took to the UAB. You don't get took to UAB unless you are in bad shape. Really bad shape. Because that's where everything is. The burn units, the cancer, the, you know, that's where the helicopters go. That's, you know, I know as long as I'm going there, I'm going to the best place I could be going. So anyway, if I do an Ollie's today haul, I will add it to this and mesh it all together. And if not, I'll do one tomorrow if I go. So anyway, I want to ride by Ollie's is down the street from my house. I've just never went to that one. I've only went to Ollie's one time. Sorry, I know it sounds like I'm like racing, but when you're on this interstate, that's the way you have to go. You have to race to get in your lane, and you stay in it, because if you don't, you take a chance of getting. And I think I have psoriasis on my knee. Does anybody know if it is genetic? Does anybody have psoriasis? It's just a little spot, but it's been there for a year or more. And it just looks like a crusty, dry place. And I'll put like Vaseline on it, trying to, you know, make it not look crusty. Doesn't matter what you put on it. Doesn't matter what you put on it. And they told me I need to go to the dermatologist. And I was like, I'm going to have to go and get cream for a little spot on my knee that nobody ever sees. Now, I got my, they call them Daisy Dukes or booty shorts. They're not really. They're short. They are short, but they've got like rips in them that go up even farther, but you can't see anything important. So I don't know if I told y'all yesterday, but that limb there was a limb at the end of my driveway hanging down into my driveway, which means that it came loose. I call Alabama Power. They come out in like 30 minutes. Okay. That's not a power cord. That is a cable cord. So I call Spectrum, and they said, oh, we don't cut down limbs. I'm like, well, what the hell's gonna happen whenever internet goes out for everybody? And they were like, well, if internet goes out, then we'll come out, and the city, you need to call the city to come and cut down the limb. I'm like, the limb is not even on my property, but when it lands, it's gonna be on my property, because the tree is almost between my house and their house, but it's about 8 feet away from where I live. My, what you call it, damn it, my driveway. And I just know that thing has failed, and that, or they have come out there to cut it like I asked them, and then they hit the line and they screwed it up. The city did. That would be my best guess. We'll see if it's true. So I'm gonna go and drive so that I don't get killed on the road, and I will let you know what happens. See ya.